Jai Hind students, this is the third lecture of satellite communication, code KEC 062, and in this particular lecture we are going towards the various type of services that is offered by the satellite. In the previous lectures we understand the definition of satellite and satellite communication. Then we discussed about various type of satellites, the orbit of the satellite, the orbital period of the satellite, the various parameter of satellite types, and also about the location of the satellite in the particular orbit. So now the question is about the service. Basically, service, as you can understand easily by this word service, service is a specific task that is performed by the satellite to complete a specific task. So as per the links, as I told you, satellite have two types of links, uplink and downlink, and uplink frequency is always higher than the downlink frequency. I also told you in the previous lecture. So as per that uplink and downlink, there are two types of satellite services which can be offered. First one is one-way satellite communication service, and second way is two-way satellite communication link service. When we are talking about the one-way satellite link service, you can easily see that in this diagram. This is the first earth station, this is the second earth station. This earth station is only sending the data to the satellite, means there is no downlink, and that satellite is sending that data to the second earth station only. It means the second earth station cannot send the data to the satellite, it can only receive the data from the satellite. It means this is a unidirectional link. Unidirectional link. Only one side of communication is there. So this is the one-way satellite link. But in two-way satellite link, a single earth station having both link, uplink as well as downlink. The first earth station uplink is called as uplink 1, whether second earth station point is called uplink 2. When we are talking about the downlink, that downlink is for the satellite, that downlink 1 is for the second earth station and downlink 2 is for the first earth station. It means in the two-way satellite link service, the communication is bidirectional. Bidirectional. So this is the first kind of satellite service arrangement. In one way, that is unidirectional, in two way, that is bidirectional. Then the point where we are using this, as you can take the example of DTH, direct to home service, which you are using at your home. In that particular communication technique or in that particular type of technology, you are placing a dish antenna on the roof of your home, and that is located towards the satellite link, and it is only receiving the data. It means one-way communication only. So broadcasting satellite services like radio and TV and internet services are one-way satellite link services, in which space operation services like telemetry, tracking and command also are there, and radio determination satellite service like position location services are also considered in the one-way satellite communication link service, in which at a time only one link is active, either that is uplink or either that is downlink. In two-way satellite communication link, we are using fixed satellite services like telephone, fax, data of high bit rate services, or the mobile satellite services like landline mobile, maritime, aero mobile communication services. So these are the basic two types of one-way satellite link service and two-way satellite link service. Then the major classification of satellite services. Broadly, or the major services which are offered by the satellite are these five: FSS, BSS, MSS, RNSS, RDSS. Basically, FSS stand for Fixed Satellite Services. In fixed satellite services, what is going? This is the oldest and most used of all the satellite services. Also, it is intended for communication through a satellite between Earth station and are fixed or which are in a specific area. Basically, these fixed satellite services are used for point-to-point communication only. Also, in this FSS services, frequency allocation is also specify the direction of signal travel, also assigning only one frequency band for the uplink and another frequency band for the downlink. Actually, these FSS services are designed or invented for the television, telephony and the data signal operations. Or if I am asking about the bands which are going to be used by the fixed satellite services, that bands are C, Ku, Ka bands. It means this is the first kind of satellite services. In the satellite services are fixed, and basically you can say that this FSS services are one-way communication link service. Then second point, that is BSS, broadcast satellite services. When we are talking about the broadcast satellite services, actually it is designed to provide the audio and video services directly to the end users, such as your HD TV or your dish TV concept. These services are also specify the orbital slot, frequencies and channel, and also specify the interference ratio, minimum power sent to user. Basically, these services are called direct broadcast service, DBS, or direct to home service, DTH, at your home. Actually, this DBS service is further divided into DVB and DAB also. Basically, DVB for the direct video broadcast or DAB for the direct audio broadcast. You can see here. In the radio services, you are using that DAB in the FM or something else. Or in the DVB, you are using the particular DVB, direct video broadcast. The third technique is, third service which is offered by is mobile satellite service, all the mobiles which you are using here. In the third technique, in mobile satellite services, you can understand that satellite deliver the services to the user on the go. It means if you are moving from one place to another, you can use these type of services. When we are talking about these mobile services, it is divided further into three major categories depending upon the location of the user. If the user is located on the land, you are using LMSS, that stand for the Land Mobile Satellite Services. If user is in the atmosphere of the earth above the land, it means that is AMSS, Aeronautical Mobile Satellite Services. And the third one is Maritime Mobile Satellite Services, that are used when you are the user situated on a particular boat or something, boat on ship which is located in the particular ocean area. All these services are primarily used to carry the telephone calls, while sometimes carrying low speed digital services such as facsimile only. It means when we are talking about the mobile satellite services, you are not going to use these satellite services for more uses. As if you want to use for the internet option, you cannot use this mobile satellite services. You are using these type of mobile satellite services only for particularly call purpose, or sometimes for the low speed digital data transfer of facsimile also. In this particular technique, highly compressed data can be transmitted through these services. That's why these techniques or this service is not applicable for the internet uses. Actually, when you are, you can see the satellite phone in the hand of some military personnel or the security personnel, they or the ship captains or the person who are flying in the aeroplane, they are actually using the satellite phones. That satellite phones are basically working on this mobile satellite service link. So basically, when we are talking about these services, these are the main three services. Other than that, two services are also there, that are radio navigational satellite service and radio determination satellite services. More or less, these both techniques or both services are same in some points, but actually navigation satellite service is used only for the navigation purpose, whether the determination satellite is used for the determine the location of particular satellite. It means navigation satellite service is providing the tracking, whether if you determine the condition or the position of the something point, that is going to be used by this radio determination satellite services. Now, these are the basic satellite services, or we can say that the major services which are offered by the satellite. You can now move to the next point. As I told you, this is Earth and this is the outer atmosphere of the Earth. If we are talking about the communication between the Earth and satellite, that is governed by these satellite services. But in the space, there is not a single satellite. There are number of satellites placed in the Earth atmosphere, and it is required that a communication link between this satellite is also made, so that these satellite can also track their position with respect to another satellite, so that further collision hazards can be removed. It means a specific type of service which is required for the inter-satellite communication. So that is another service which is called primary important for the satellite system is inter-satellite service, ISS. This particular service is going to help a individual satellite to track its path and also track the another satellite path, so that they can maintain their original orbits and cannot collide with each other. Because if there is not any type of ISS link between them, they cannot exchange the data in the space. And if particular one satellite is this, second is this, and this is the Earth. This is the Earth. If a satellite want to track the data of another satellite through the Earth, it will create unnecessary time delay, because in that case satellite 1 will first send the data to the Earth or ask the data about the satellite 2 location. Then the Earth ground station will send that data to the S1. This will create a delay, and you can easily understand a very small delay can cause very serious harm to the satellite system placed in the space. That's why a direct link between these two satellites is maintained, and that link is offered by this, that link is governed by this inter-satellite service. Other than that, satellite services, some specific kind of satellite services are also there in the field of satellite communication. They are broadly divided into 6 categories, and they all are important to specialized user only, such as for scientific researcher, space exploration agencies, or the satellite operator. Very first satellite service in this specially designed are amateur satellite services. How you can understand this amateur satellite services? Basically, when you are sending any satellite in the space, that satellite have its specific time cycle. In that particular time cycle, that satellite is going to be work. Before that and after that, that satellite is not in working state. So basically, that amateur satellite services are there for the health monitoring of an individual satellite. Second type is Earth exploration satellite services. Earth exploration satellite services are those services which are specially designed for the mining purpose or the exploration purpose of the earth. When we want to explore the earth condition or the earth surface conditions, or the you can see that sometimes when you are watching the TV and getting some type of data that the pictures given from the satellite, we can conclude that point that this particular thing is located at the earth here, or this particular earth exploration satellite services can be used for the identification of the petroleum type product where they are located on the earth. So basically, earth exploration satellite services are used for the earth exploration purpose. Another one is meteorological satellite services. Meteorological satellite services are basically used for the meteors related information, which is very much required for the safety of the earth and also for the space exploration. Then space operation services. Many times earth stations are sending various space crafts for the exploration of the deep space, and some kind of space operation point is there. And as you know that that particular substation, which is a satellite substation, which is located in the International Space Agency. You can know about that International Space Agency satellite station placed in the outer space, that is also using this space operation services. Similarly, space research services and standard frequency and time signal satellite services. So these all are the various kind of services that are offered by the various kind of satellite. It means if I want to sum up all these, basically satellite services are divided into two types: one-way satellite link or two-way satellite link. As per that one-way and two-way, they are broadly classified into 5 types: FSS, BSS, MSS, RNSS and RDSS. For the communication between two individual satellite which are placed in the outer orbit of the earth, that they are using inter-satellite services. And besides all these services, some specific kind of category of services is also there, and that is 6 designated services such as amateur satellite services, earth exploration services, meteorological satellite services, space operation services and so on. So these all are the services offered by the satellite. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the spectrum of the satellite. Basically, in the spectrum, we are going to discuss mainly about the frequency allocation to the satellite. These all are the requirement. So, I told you earlier about the fixed satellite, broadcast satellite and mobile satellite services. So, in the next lecture, we will discuss about the frequency allocation of the satellite services. Till then, thank you.